So good morning, everyone. It's Judith. It's Gentle Kripalu Yoga class. Welcome. If you've been here for forever, welcome. If you're brand new, welcome. Thanks for joining us very much. So what we need for this class basically is a yoga mat. And I think we might have new people today. So if you don't have a yoga mat, you could substitute it with a folded blanket or maybe something like a beach towel on a padded surface like carpeting. Try not to do that on tile or wood because your joints will not be happy, right? Second thing we like to have available would be a yoga block. I have a couple of them. Two of them are good. These are the styrofoam version, and they're very useful to help prop various parts of the body as we move through it. If you don't have blocks, you could substitute it with a couple of canned goods and maybe some washcloths on top to substitute for today, possibly, or not. And then we have a yoga strap. If you don't have an official yoga strap, you could substitute it with a scarf, a belt, a dog leash, a bathrobe tie. I've made a fake bolster. I've rolled up a towel and I've affixed it with rubber bands. And I've also got a squishy mat here for cushioning my knees, but you could substitute with small cushions from the sofa or the bed. Here's a set of 1 pound hand weights. I'd recommend nothing heavier than 2 pounds for this class. And that's also optional, so no worries there. And then last but not least is the chair. So we might use the chair for sitting down. We might use the chair for balance, to use standing. So I'll try to offer modifications as we go through it. And if whatever is being offered this morning doesn't work for your body for whatever reason, you can modify. You could do another posture, or you could skip it altogether. So you are in charge, not me. So no, just pay attention to what the mind and the body are saying, and all should be well. And I'm free to answer questions after class. So stick around if you have questions as well. So let's just start this morning with the feet about shoulder width apart. The toes could be slightly turned out, but not too much. And we'll start some hip swirls here just to gently start warming the body. So you've got your feet grounded, the 4 corners of each foot rooting into the earth. You're swirling the hips. You're inhaling forward. You're exhaling as you round in the back. So that exhale means navel to spine as you squeeze. So let's do 4 more in this direction. 3, 2, 1, and coming back to center very slowly. Start moving the other way. Inhale forward, exhale back. So again, this direction might feel the same. It might feel different depending on your hips. So swirling, inhaling forward, exhaling back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then corkscrewing back to center. Let's move up to the shoulders and start rolling the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Making those invisible circles in the air with the shoulder girdle. And as we move the joints, we're creating our own synovial fluid. And that fluid is what lubricates the joints throughout the body. So by moving your joints, you're creating soothing synovial fluid for those joints. Let's go the other way. Big full breath. Think about filling the lungs all the way down to the bottom lobes and then expelling all that stale air on the exhale. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Arms come down to stillness. Let's keep the knees soft for this. Inhale up, stretch those arms up to the sky. Exhale, press it away by the side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale, press. Lifting and pressing. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Arms come out to the side now, parallel to the earth. The palms can face the earth. Let's go ahead and slide the ribs to the right. Come back to center, isolating the ribs now to the left. So see if you can keep everything else still except those ribs moving from side to side. Remembering those deep, full breaths, LSD, long, slow, and deep. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center. Arms are fixed. You're not going to move your arms. You're just going to move the torso, the rib cage. Exhale, right. Come back to center. Exhale, left. So it's like we're a little human teeter-totter here. Moving from side to side, isolating it with the ribs only, making the movement. Oh, let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center, let's extend the arms back behind the body. If you can reach the fingers together, you can interlace the fingers behind the back. The arms stretch long and straight away. So you're not resting your hands conveniently on the back body. You're pressing away. And if the hands don't meet, you could grab a strap and you could work the hands together over time, or it could just be palms facing the midline. So you can decide what works for you, all right? So the arms are behind, you're stretching them away. Oh. And think about slightly tucking the chin so you're protecting the back of the neck. And you're going to draw those fists over to that right hip. And the challenge here is to keep your chest square to the front of your screen or your space, so you're not torquing off to the left, but you're staying squared to the front of your space, thereby getting a nice stretch in your left shoulder girdle. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms stretched down behind you. The fists now rest on the left hip. And again, the temptation might be to torque off to the right, try to resist that. So you're getting a big stretch in your right shoulder girdle here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then coming back to center, let's unlace the fingers. And we're going to take that right arm right in front of the chest. Again, try not to torque off to either side. The inside arm is nice and straight, and the left forearm is pressing that arm into your chest. Stretching out the opposite direction now for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms stay exactly the same. The inside elbow is going to bend. Maybe the backs of the hands meet, maybe they don't. We're going to pump them up, little tiny pumps up to the sky. Don't force or jam anything here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Unwind the arms slowly, slowly. Let's shake them out before we do the other side. So you're rotating that humerus bone into the shoulder girdle again, encouraging synovial fluid to pump into there. Let's bring the movement of the arms to stillness. Let's take the left arm directly in front. The right forearm presses it into the chest. So that inner arm is nice and straight. The right forearm presses that arm into the chest. You're staying square to the front of your space. Crown of head floating up to sky for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms stay the same, except the inside elbow bends. Maybe the backs of the hands meet. This side for me is totally different. And again, little pumps up to the sky for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly unwinding the arms. And then once again, just shaking them out just to release any tension that might have crept in there. Let's go ahead and keep the feet about shoulder width apart. The toes could be slightly outward, but not too much. Let's just drop off to the right with that right arm. Again, the chest is square to the front of your space. And while we're here, noticing the stretch on the left side of the body, we're going to start moving the wrist and spreading the fingers wide, stretching them long, getting some stretch into those tendons in the hand. And let's circle the wrist the other direction now. Very nice. Few more circles in this way, and then bringing that arm and hand to stillness, coming up to center, and then dropping over to the left. Again, noticing the stretch now on the right side of the body. You're spreading those left fingers wide. You're circling the wrist, getting some blood flow into those tiny extremities like the fingers. And now we're going to circle the other way. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to center. Let's again drop off to the right. This time the left arm stretches overhead. I'm modifying because I have a shoulder injury, but the idea is to get the arm by the ear, the fingertips stretch to the side wall on the right, and you're getting a big stretch on that left side of the body, grounding through the left foot especially, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Keep the arm extended on 1. Very nice. That whole arm is a package circling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to center. That left arm floats up. See if you can resist the gravity as you float that arm down. Oh boy. Let's pause here and just noticing the right side of the body and the left side of the body. Noticing how you feel after just a few moments here, moving the body. Let's go ahead and just tilt over now to the left. Dropping over, right arm lifts up, stretches over to side wall. The arm stretches by the ear. Big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm stays over. The whole arm is a fixed unit, little circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Arm floats up. Arm resists gravity as it lowers down. And then shaking out any tension that might have arisen during that. Let's extend the arms. The legs are wide now. The toes could point out 30 to 45 degrees. Palms still face the earth. We're going to go halfway down with a flat back. Inhale, halfway down. Back is flat from crown of head to tailbone. Don't let the head dangle. If you need more support, hands can come to thighs. In the meantime, you're engaging those abdominals, breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying right here. Right hand touches left toes. Come back to your center. Left hand touches right toes or in that direction. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Next time the right hand goes to the left ankle, leave it there. The top left arm could float up to the sky. If the top arm is too much, rest it on the sacrum. In the meantime, you're stretching the chest close to the top of that left thigh. Big full breaths here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm floats down. Now the left hand grabs the outside of the right ankle. Top right arm floats up to sky, or maybe it rests on the sacrum. This side might feel different. You're pressing the chest close to the top of the right thigh. And you're breathing. You're not forgetting to breathe. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm floats down. Come back to center. And then slowly you're going to take the hands onto the thighs. The back will stay flat. as you stack the bones, rising up slowly so you avoid a head rush. Roll the shoulders a few times forward and back. Oh. And then heel toe those feet together or step the feet together. If you want to be near a wall here for support, for balance, or if you want to grab your chair, the chair shouldn't have wheels and it shouldn't have arms because we turn and we shift around on the seat of the chair. So we don't want anybody rolling into the next room. All right. So if you need support, you got a chair, you might have a wall, you might have a piece of furniture that doesn't move. So you're going to lift the right heel and spread the 5 toes wide. You're going to place that heel down. Inhale, left heel, spread the toes wide, place it down. Lifting and pressing. Lifting and pressing. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going at this pace if you like this pace and it feels good. But if you might want to add a double time pace, bicycle pedaling the heels, that's option 2 for 8, 7, 6, shake the body, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly bringing it back down to stillness. Very nice. Let's go ahead and either you might want to use a strap for this. And if you don't have a strap, we're going to lift the leg up to maybe waist height. That's the optimum lift. And then we're going to extend and return, extend and return, and then come down. So you can either grab the back of your thigh, avoid the knee joint, or you could loop your strap or your substitute strap around the ball of the left foot. So you're going to even out the ends of the strap, keep it more on the inside of the leg. And I've got the chair here for support or the wall or whatever you're using. So it's inhale, exhale, then take it down. Inhale, exhale, exhale, take it down. 2 more, inhale, take it down. Last one, inhale, exhale, take it back down. Very nice. I'm going to lose the strap for now. Hands could be on hip crease or the waist. You can choose. We're going to lift the leg one more time. This time we're going to dangle the lower leg like the pendulum on a clock for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg down. Shake it out a bit just to recover a bit. Let's relift the same leg. Inhale. Figure 8 with that knee. So you're moving the hip and the leg for 8, 7, 6, or as many as you can manage. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh boy, I'm feeling that hip. Take it down, shake out the legs. Very nice. Let's go ahead and move to the other side. Here again, if you don't have a strap and wish you had one, you can just grab the back of the thigh. Avoid the back of the knee joint. I'm going to take the strap, wrap it around the ball of the right foot. Both ends of the strap are probably better off on the inside of the leg. So it's inhale, exhale, and then let it down. Inhale, exhale, and then place it down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down. Very nice. Lose the strap if you're using one. And then from here, the hand could go on the hip crease or the waist. You can lift the leg up no higher than waist high. And you're going to dangle the lower leg like it's the pendulum on the clock for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then that leg floats down. Just give it a chance to recover just a bit. You can just wiggle the legs, shake the legs, bounce the legs. And let's relift that same right leg. And now it's inhale and exhale, figure 8 with the hip for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Float it down, shake out the legs. And then noticing right side of the hip and the left side of the hip. Let's stay with the chair for a bit here. The feet are going to be in parallel hip distance apart, toes pointing forward. I won't mirror you for this. The back right foot goes back. You're going to take the right one back. The torso is going to stay upright as much as possible. You're going to lift the back right heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press it away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel comes down. Relift the back right heel. Both legs are going to bend, but the body's going to stay upright like a piston. So it's inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Re-straighten. Right foot comes up to meet the left. Shake out the legs. Right foot stays forward. Left foot moves back. Both sets of toes pointing forward. Torso stays upright. Inhale, lift back left heel. Exhale, press it into the mat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relift the back left heel. Now both legs bend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Re-straighten. Left foot meets the right. Shake out the legs. Now we're going to take the heels together. First position, toes point outward. Any ballerinas out there, you know what that is. And so you're going to still face the back of your chair or your wall. You're going to lift up on your tippy toes as much as is available. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press the heels into the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Strengthening the ankles and the feet. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay up on 1. Now find a spot either on the wall or perhaps on the floor that doesn't move. That's your drishti point to help with balance. Maybe one arm comes up. You're still focusing on your drishti point. Maybe the second arm comes up. Maybe it doesn't. And we're pausing here, balancing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One arm comes down. Second arm comes down. Heels float down. Shake them out. Very nice. And now let's go ahead and take a seat. So you might want to have your props handy, blocks, straps, hand weights. Maybe not. You can choose. So let's go ahead and approach the seat. You're going to sit closer to the front of the seat of the chair than the back of the chair. And you're just going to land very mindfully there without collapsing into the back of the chair, okay? So here we are. So you're grounding the two sits bones into the chair seat. You might want to pull flesh away from the sits bones, crown of head floating up to sky, crown of head lining up with your tailbone. The feet are in parallel, the toes point forward. Right hand grabs outside of left thigh. Now the left arm is going to scan the horizon as you're twisting to the left, and you'll eventually come to your sticking point, and then you can wrap that back arm around the back of your chair, hopefully. Everything from the waist down is pointing forward. Everything from the waist up is twisting to the left. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying in your twist, but we'll slightly release it. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Unwinding it slowly, coming back to center. Just pausing here, giving a little wiggle maybe to recalibrate, bring everything back to neutral. Now the left hand is going to grab the outside of the right thigh. Left hand grabs outside of right thigh. Right arm is going to be straight, twisting to the right as you scan the horizon. And finally, you come to a stopping point, a sticking point, and you can wrap that back arm around the back of your chair to increase the intensity of the twist, should you desire that. We'll pause here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly unwind, just halfway. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Let's do 4, 3. Don't rush it. 2, 1. Very nice. Unwinding it very slowly. Again, maybe a little wiggle, a little shake of the legs. Let's go ahead and interlace the fingers behind the back of the head. I have to modify on one side because I have an injury, but that's all right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So you're alternating arm with leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming back to center. Inhale, open. Exhale, close those elbows together. Exhale. Inhale, open the chest. Maybe gaze at the sky. Little baby back bend. Exhale, close and squeeze. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to center. Unwind the arms slowly, resisting the gravity. Let's take the legs wider now. And again, you're closer to the front of the seat of the chair than the back of the chair. Take your right forearm and press it into the right thigh. So the forearm presses into the thigh presses into the forearm. It's an isometric press here. And then you're going to float the top left arm up to the sky one more time, giving a big stretch to the left side of the body for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now you're going to slowly come back to center, noticing maybe little wiggles here. And then left forearm presses into left thigh presses into left forearm. You're going to tilt over to the left. The top right arm floats up. Big, big stretch on that right side of the body for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Float that arm down very slowly. Maybe grab some water. I'm going to clear nasal passages here. All right. And now from here, let's go ahead and grab your blocks. If you don't have any, you can just improvise this as best you can. If you can touch the earth, fine. If you can't, no worries. So I'm grabbing the blocks on the tall setting. We're still going to keep the crown of head lined up with tailbone. And you're going to walk those blocks forward. So consider those blocks as arm extenders. Oh. And then when you come to your sticking point, you can't go any farther without falling off your chair. Do not fall off your chair, please. And you're going to stretch back. So now imagine there's a strap around your hips pulling you to the wall behind. And now your arms are on the block, stretching you forward to the wall ahead of you. So big stretch for the back body for 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiptoe the blocks over to the right. You're grounding through your left sits bones for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center, over to the left. Inhaling and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to center slowly. And with your blocks, walking back towards your chair, towards your torso, till you can come to sitting. And then the blocks can go off to one side for now, if you were using them. Hands can be placed on the thighs here. Let's go ahead and migrate the right shoulder over to the left knee. Now, it's not going to get there, but you're going to have a nice twist and stretch here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming through center, no rushing. Left shoulder over to right knee. Looking over your right shoulder now for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. Finding your way side to side at your own pace. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling for 4. At your own pace. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center, you're going to float the torso back upright. Maybe roll the shoulders a couple times to open the chest. And now from here, you're going to lead with the chin. Exhale forward. And then you're going to tuck the chin. Inhale as you come up. So focus your attention on the spine on this one. We're trying to get as much undulation and flexibility in the spine as possible. So it's exhale forward, leading with the chin. Tuck the chin as you inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Let's do 2 more in this direction. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Last time, exhale forward. Inhale up. And now we're going to reverse it. So it's inhale, tuck the chin, scoop it away. Head breaks the waves like we're baby dolphins. Yes. Inhale, tuck it. Exhale, break the waves with your head. Inhale forward. Exhale, break the waves. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Oh. Inhale. Exhale. And then very slowly coming back to stillness. You can bring the legs together, heel toe the feet together. And then from here, be sure you're close to the front of the seat of your chair. You're going to tilt back into your chair, but the back stays straight. So crown of head from tailbone is still aligned. You might want to grab the back of one thigh here, maybe grab the back of a second thigh here, and we're going to flutter the feet. So here, think about squeezing abdominals, pumping the belly for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And slowly bringing your swimming feet back to earth. There we go. And then going ahead and just shaking it out. Let's go ahead. And before we leave our chair, we'll do one more thing. You can place the hands directly over the heart, one on top of the other, or you could hook thumbs together, spread the fingers wide and place that over your heart. That's Eagle Mudra in yoga. So this is about inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. So you can't use your arms to help you on this one. So plant the feet squarely into the earth, the four corners rooting down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hovering, you're not going to land this time. Little hovers here for pulsing for 8, 7, torso is upright, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-straighten here. Widen the legs slightly. Keep the hands right where they are. Toes could point out slightly. So you're going to shift to the right, lift left heel, place it down, shift to the left, lift right heel, place it down, side to side, lifting, pressing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then straightening the legs, heel toe the feet together. Arms can come down to the side of the body. And let's just place one hand on heart, one hand on belly. Maybe you want to drop the eyes closed. If not, just a soft gaze on the earth. And notice where the energy has shifted in the body. The heart beating, blood flowing, chi, life force, energy circulating throughout the system for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to neutral, we can move the chairs off to the side. We're going to go down on the earth, and I think we have new people today, so I'll quickly show how to use the chair to get on the earth if you have anxiety about that. Face your chair. Most of the weight will go in the arms. And then you're going to shift the weight to one leg. You're going to bend one knee. You're going to float it to the earth. The second knee joins it. You're on the earth. To get back up, hands on side of the chair seat, maybe forearms on the chair seat. If you need to assist one leg forward, tuck those back toes. The weight still goes in the arms. Inhale, press it up, lift the bum, one foot under the seat, second foot under the seat. And then you can use the chair back to ascend slowly to avoid the head rush. So you can decide what works for you. Let's go ahead and face the narrow end of the mat. Moving those other props aside. All right, good. So let's take a few swan dives and then we'll go into down dog. Or if down dog is not available, just get yourself onto the mat, right? So it's inhale up, exhale, swan dive forward, inhale up, exhale, swan dive forward, 2 more, inhale, and exhale, inhale, this time we stay over, fingertips can reach the mat. If they don't reach the mat, you can touch your blocks. We're gonna stay in this forward fold, Uttanasana, and you're micro bending the knees left and right to stretch out the low back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come to stillness. Hands come onto your blocks or the mat. You're stepping back into your best version of downward facing dog. Big full breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're in your standing down dog, the left foot comes to the center of the mat, the right leg comes up. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot floats down, comes to the center of the mat. Lift the left leg, little pumps with both legs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Left foot comes down, knees float down to the mat, big toes together, knees wide apart. Press into child pose. Maybe a towel behind your knees would be of assistance in getting the bum back towards your heels. Oh, yeah. And then the arms can either go forward on the mat, maybe they want to go by the legs. Forehead rests on the mat. And if the forehead doesn't want to go there, you can stack both palms, rest your forehead there. Stacked fists, rest your forehead there. Or take a block, the low setting, and just rest everything there. And then once you've arrived in your best version of child's pose, maybe little side rocks, east and west might feel delicious or not. It could be a static press for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then from here, let's just pay attention to our feet a little bit more. Halfway out of your child's pose, only halfway. Top of right foot nestles into arch of left foot. Press back with your hips. You're smushing the bottom left foot, pumping fresh blood in there, getting into those tiny extremities of your toes. Maybe little wiggles here might feel good. Let's take the arms on the earth to the left. The feet stay the same. And that right hip presses away 45 degrees on the diagonal. Oh, breathing. Big stretch for the right side of the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Hands go over. Oh, no, sorry. Let's stay in the middle. Halfway out of your child's pose, reverse the position of the feet. The top of the left foot nestles into the arch of the right foot. There we go. Smushing that bottom right foot. Oh. And then the arms go on the earth to the right. Meanwhile, the left hip presses away 45 degrees on the diagonal. And once again, a big stretch for your left side of the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then back to center. Let's unfold the feet. We're coming into neutral table now. So from here, you might want to pad your knees just to protect your knees. Send some loves to those knees because they get very crabby as we age. Hands are flat either on the mat or on blocks. And let's just tuck the 10 toes here. And we'll just do a series of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch and squeeze, navel to spine like a Halloween cat. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch and squeeze. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. And from here, the toes are still tucked. If you want to sit on your heels, some people find that very easily, no problems. Other people find it excruciating. So find a middle path between that and rocking back and forth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to neutral and tuck the toes, pound the tops of the feet for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And that comes to stillness. Now we'll do a series of hip circling So you can stay exactly as you are, except now the hips are going to circle in a big wide swath here. Oof. 2 more in this direction, really lubricating the hips, loosening them up, and then you're going to go the other direction. Keeping the abdominals engaged, no abs on the mat for this one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to stillness, finding your way to sitting, and there's no rush to get there. Let's move the props off to one side. Make sure you have them handy. Maybe grab some water, just a sip of water. Check. Okay. Oh boy. Time flies. Okay. Let's take the knees bent. You can grab the shins or perhaps the back of the thighs. Avoid the knee joint. So let's do forward and then squeeze it back. Just a few of these. Inhale forward, exhale back. And now this time you're going to roll all the way down. Laying the spine down on the mat like a string of pearls. Back of the neck is long. You're going to draw the knees into the chest. Oh, this should feel good. And maybe just rocking east to west would feel fine here. Massaging the entire back body from the tailbone all the way to the back of the skull. Woohoo! Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming to stillness, the feet return to earth, the knees stay bent, the feet are mat distance apart. The arms could be in T position on the earth. We're going to windshield wiper the knees here. This should feel yummy. Just to release any tightness that might have crept in there. Breathing. Noticing where that back body touches the earth. And then the next time the knees drop to the left, leave them there. You might want to prop those bent knees with a block. That's an option. And then you might want to look to the right with the face and the neck. If it bothers your neck to look to the right, just skip it. Now you've got your bent knees dropped to the left. I like to pulse the right hip up. Just little pulses up and down, like you're aiming that hip to where the wall meets the ceiling. All right? For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Returning to your neutral, windshield wipering those knees side to side. Oh boy. Stretching it out. And then the next time the knees drop to the right, you can leave them there. Maybe drop them onto a block or a cushion. Maybe the face and the neck turn to the left. If it bothers your neck to turn to the left, just skip it. And here again, you're going to pulse that left hip. There's a little pulsing movement here to where the wall meets the ceiling. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to neutral. Knees are still bent. Windshield wiper to recalibrate, just a few. And then going ahead and coming back to neutral, the feet and the legs are in parallel. Just roll over onto your left side. I'm not mirroring you for this one. So the bottom hip is the left hip. If you want to add weights here, that's an option, all right? So I'm taking my little baby 1 pound weight here. And the hips and the legs are going to stay stacked. Imagine there's a glass wall behind you, so you're not going to lurch back when we start moving this top right leg. So we're going to float the top red leg. The knee is bent, the right foot is flexed. Weight is optional. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Float that leg down, the foot stays flexed, and the side of the leg is going to face the ceiling. So you're just lifting the side of the leg towards the sky for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Refloat it slightly behind you. If it's pinching the low back, you went too far, so just back off if it's pinching. And again, lifting for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Restack right leg on top of left leg. The legs make a right angle. Let's go ahead and float the top right leg one more time, stretch it out, and now we're going to swing that leg forward down, and then maybe your toes can touch your fingertips up here, but maybe not. Swinging the leg, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Restack right leg on top of left. Lose the weight if you were using one. Float the top right leg one more time with a hand or a strap. Grab the shin, the ankle, the top of that right foot. Draw it back behind you. You're pressing the foot into the hand into the foot. It's an isometric press for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it very carefully. Find your way as you roll over so that the bottom hip is now the right hip. Maybe you cushion yourself with your upper arm, with your head, or maybe on a block. Stack the legs. Float the top left leg. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend, and then extend it down like you're standing on it. The leg is straight one more time. The left foot is flexed. You're lifting the side of the left leg up to the sky for 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it. It comes slightly behind you. Don't pinch the low back. Find your appropriate spot here and pump for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Restack. Lose the weight. Oh no, don't lose the weight. Straighten that leg one more time. Now if you want to swing the leg up and down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Restack. Now lose the weight if you were using one. Refloat the top left leg. With your hand or a strap, grab the shin, the ankle, the top of the left foot. Draw it back behind you, piercing that invisible glass wall. Hand into foot, foot into hand. It's an isometric press for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it, restack. Roll onto your back body. One more time. Knees into chest, massage the low back, and then spread the knees apart. Grab the shins for the ankles. Let the weight of the arms open up the hip crease. And maybe little rocks here might feel good, but maybe not. You can choose. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Coming back to stillness. Knees draw together. And then making any final movements you would like to make to feel complete, whatever that might be. And then you're going to extend the legs and the arms long, 30 to 45 degrees into Shavasana, resting pose, corpse pose. You might want to roll a towel or blanket under the knees to protect your low back. If flat on the back doesn't work, return to feet mat width apart, knees knocked together, restorative rest. Or again, return to one side, one of your favorite sides, and rest there, either with your head on your upper arm or on a block. Maybe you have an available wall and would like to put your legs up the wall. Or you could sit in the chair, feet flat, sitting tall in the chair, and breathing. And then once you've organized the body, just go ahead and allow the eyes to drop closed. Relaxing the face and the jaw, the back of the neck. And then noticing a deep relaxation forming in the soles of the feet. We're putting our feet in our imaginary hot tub. And that softness envelops the feet and the ankles. And then it moves into the low legs, enveloping the shins and the calves. The softness moves from there into the knee area, permeating the complex structure of the knee. And then it moves into the thighs, allowing legs and feet to become very, very heavy. The softness moves into the hips and the pelvis, the buttocks, the low back releases. And from there, from the belly, it moves into the waist and torso, enveloping the ribs, heart, lungs, liver, colon, pancreas, spleen, kidneys, all the vital organs deeply relaxed, marinating in this deep relaxation. The softness moves from the belly into the chest, and then the shoulders, and rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. And then it moves into the neck and the throat. And then it envelops the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases. The face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light permeates every cell in the body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And here, our cutting today is from Pema Chodron, from her book, Welcoming the Unwelcome, Wholehearted Living in a Broken-Hearted World. And this is from the chapter on how not to lose heart. The way not to lose heart is to realize how everything we do matters. It can go either way. If we go toward defensiveness, closing down, and unconsciousness, we add those elements to a planet that already suffers enough from such tendencies. On the other hand, if we allow ourselves to feel our vulnerability, if we sit up tall when we want to collapse and refrain from striking out when we're provoked, we are having a positive effect on a larger world. Maintaining our own confidence and well-being benefits our family and our workplace and everyone we communicate with. Happiness is contagious. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And as you are ready, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a well-deserved hug, a Friday hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day, and bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, Samastiti. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.